There we go. Okay, hopefully everything looks good. Excuse me. All right. Pop out the chat. Yeah, awesome. Put that away, and put this here. All right. Okay, let's see if everything looks good. I lost my, how do I find it? Okay, live stream, there it is. Okay, yeah. Oh shoot, what's up everyone? What's up Vince? Finute, Lens Logic. What's up guys, what's up? Welcome to the chat, or I mean the live stream. I figured I'd do a little quickie because tomorrow we have US elections, so I kind of wanted to take a look at the charts, kind of plan out my levels, and just kind of prepare to see some game plans. Honestly, I don't really go live that often. I want to start making it more of a thing. I just have been having too many different events and plans going on over the last like 3 months. But it really is, I feel like it's just an excuse for myself, and I just don't go live. But I do want to make a better effort of doing that. So it's nice when people pop in, even when I have these random streams. So yeah, if feedback continues to look good with this whole live stream stuff, then maybe I can make it more of a consistent thing. Since you work, what time you usually trade? I usually trade at New York Open, so I get up about 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, sometimes 5:45, just really depends if I need to get up that early, but usually 6 is a good spot, and then like I wash my face, brush my teeth, do all the bathroom stuff, and then I clock into the charts about 6:20, maybe 6:25, like the latest, and then market opens 6:30, and then I trade until I get the points I'm looking for. Like if I'm doing basic mentality, I'll go like 10 to 20 points in that range, but it depends if there's any setups too, or if I have a good feel for the market as well. But I find myself at most, like very most, is like an hour of trading, and then I call it. Sometimes less though. So yeah. Hey, I appreciate that, Finute. Yeah, I'm definitely trying to get better at this whole trading thing, but the journey has been really great so far. I'm so freaking grateful for trading, and even though I want to just break my computer sometimes, trading still is, I think, an opportunity to change my life and pursue something that doesn't have to be, corporate per se. So corporate America. Sam, yay! I want to see how you do things finally. Yeah, this will be a quick charting session. It's not like anything truly that I'm gonna do. Hopefully, like a 30-minute sesh. Hey, thanks so much for supporting the channel. Appreciate you. Thanks for being a member. Let's see. Stoic. I'm staying away. Elections may have volatility. Still happy to see you. Oh, happy to see you in the chats. Thanks everyone for popping in. I know this is super random and last minute. But again, hopefully it'll be a quick one. Usually I say quick live streams, but then I end up streaming for like an hour and a half sometimes, just talking. So I kind of get caught away in the chat. So yeah, but I'm also gonna do my best to be very mindful and cautious when I go into trading tomorrow and Wednesday, especially Wednesday, because I think like the actual voting is going to be complete by like 9 p.m. to actually see who is going to be the possible president. But obviously Wednesday comes around, we're for sure going to know who's going to be the U.S. president. But yeah, tomorrow night by like 9 p.m. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this year's this year's voting, or I'm sorry, this year's candidates. I mean, the last election, this election, it's just, so, just vote for whoever you guys think is best for you, your family, your loved ones around you, for yourself. Just be very mindful, and hopefully you guys also take some time to educate yourself on the matters that they talk about and the matters that are included on the ballot, because it's very important. So, I work also and I'm missing good moves. Yeah, I feel you, Vince. Work can be very distracting, and especially if it's not like an office job. If someone's out there working like a very labor intensive job, or even if not super duper labor intensive as far as like construction, people that work in still like labor included jobs such as the grocery stores or a bank or somewhere that you have to be physically on site and people see you so you can't like trade. It's tough because there's a lot of good moves, especially at New York Open and then Power Hour as well. But I know some traders actually trade specifically London session because of their work schedule. So it's all about like figuring out the best like time schedule for you. But yeah, for me, just I'm very lucky that I work at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so I still have a bit of time to be able to trade. And if I have to go into office, then I just cut my trading shorter. So usually I get off by like 7:10, and if I'm really pushing it, like 7:15, 7:20, and I still have enough time to like pack my lunch and then get out on time to get to work. So yeah. Okay, I'll do a few more of these chat messages, and then we'll get into charting up here. Nice to see you in the chat, Stock Tiger. Yeonseo? Is that a person? If you're asking me, Stock Tiger, no, I'm not Korean. I am Vietnamese. So, yeah. But it's okay. Like, it's all good. It's all good. I know I usually get, like, different ethnicities and different, like, mixed ones, too. So, it's all good. Alright. Hey, what's up, Kyle? Thanks for popping in. Oh, and Samsung, you're Korean. Cool. Oh, okay, you were talking to... My fault. That's my fault. Didn't realize that Yeonseo, you're talking to this person. So, anyways, nice to have my fellow Asians in the chat. Let's go. Saranghae. What is it? Fighting. All right, cool. Vince, Cambodian, let's go. We got our Asians out here. Okay. Hey, nice. What's up, Ken? Yeah, my Vietnamese people. They say, I might be so wrong about this, but it's from what I've heard from social media, is that us Vietnamese people, we're supposedly the most toxic, like, Asians out there, like, next to Filipinos, I think. Again, this is from social media, but yeah, I think it's funny. Hey, I gotta embrace it. If I'm toxic, I'm just gonna embrace it at this point. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna use words that hurt me? I'm just gonna be it then. Okay, anyways. Hey, with Stoic, Asian too, let's go. Okay, I feel like I have a lot of Asians in my community. Like, our community is a bunch of Asian people. This is kind of cool. We no longer a minority. Yo, we're toxic minorities. Let's go. Maybe that should be our new, like, a new YouTube channel where all the traders unite. Toxic minorities. Buzz Design, are you trading today? So right now it's 9:53 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'm about to go to sleep in like the next 30 minutes. So no, I will not be trading tonight, but tomorrow, US election day, I do anticipate for it to be pretty... This is my first market cycle during a US election, to be fair. My first ever trading time during a US election, so I don't even know what to expect. But based on what I saw 4 years ago, and then also 8 years ago, so 2016 and 2020, the election week, it seems pretty good the day of election, but then like usually the evening of or like the day after, a lot of like volatility in the rest of the week. Especially on Thursday, we do have, I believe, CPI or FOMC. I think it's FOMC. So please be cautious, everyone. But yeah, okay, I'll finish reading the rest of the chats up until Buzz Design, and then we are going to hop into charting so I can get this finished in the next like 15 minutes. Lens, I'm toxic. As a Korean, I think we're very toxic when it comes to driving. I'm dead. You know what they say about us Asians? We shouldn't even be on the road. So it is what it is. You just gotta embrace it at this point. Okay, cool. Oh God, Vince, I'm not gonna say that on chat, but that's facts. That's my favorite thing to say. Asian algo from YouTube. Okay. Hey, from Africa, let's go. Thank you so much for jumping in. Yeah, everyone, we're global. You guys, we're global. We're international. Dude, Pitbull has nothing on me right now. This is crazy. Approaching this week, Edward, I'm going to be very mindful and cautious knowing that we have US elections tomorrow, Tuesday, and then we have FOMC or CPI, whatever it is, on Thursday. So I'm going to definitely keep my risk like very, very tight. I might even switch over to like 5 micros if I do end up trading something. But it really depends on like the price action the day of. That's usually how I determine my risk. But because I'm expecting volatility in my first market cycle, I might keep it to like 5 micros. So that's kind of how I'm approaching it, just very, very cautious. But we'll definitely pay attention to how like price moves. If it's super duper choppy, then I most likely would stick to 5 micros, or we'll see if I even trade at all. If there is obvious opportunities like A+ setups, like a gap fill, any drop base drop, rally base rally, targeting the basing candle, I'll take those on like my normal like 1 mini if I feel confident, 2 minis, depending on the account that I'm using. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm still getting through like this whole cold that I was like facing. But that's kind of how I'm going to be going into with the risk management. And then as far as charting goes, let's actually see what kind of possible game plans we can kind of rope together on the charts. So I feel a little cold right now. I should probably put some socks on. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, so looking at the 1 hour, this is going back to September 30th, October 1st. So I would love to see a potential move down to the sell side liquidity at the very bottom here at 19,818. Based on the last 8 years of each election that passed, we tend to have like a crazy move down prior, and then it kind of, I don't want to say consolidates because it doesn't truly consolidate, but it does like move a little bit lower and lower, and then eventually we have like a push up like the following days after. Even I think it was 2016, please correct me if I'm wrong, I think, let's look at it together, but there was a moment where it like went up bullish really, really quick. So let's actually look at that first so we can just do all of this together. I feel really cold right now, even though I have a sweater on. Okay, here's 2020. There, October. So I actually posted it on I posted this on my Twitter. I was supposed to post it on YouTube, but I figured I was going to do a quick live stream tonight, so I can just show you guys here, whoever pops in. But I was going to post originally on my YouTube community tab, just like on my Twitter, how if you look at November, here's November. Oh, let me go to, oops, not settings, sessions. Oh, darn it. Sorry, guys. Let me go back. How if you look at 2016 versus 2020, and then kind of using past price action in the market as a way to make a game plan for what may happen, you know, this election, and then also, of course, real-time price action for this election too, because, you know, not everything, like, market does repeat itself from what I've seen, but we cannot guarantee that this is what's going to happen for this election. It's just to help me create a game plan. Okay, finally, so here is excuse me. So here is the first week of November. So we had a bit of a kind of higher time frame, right? It's kind of bearish. We're pulling down. Excuse me. And then finally we get a little sweep lower. We don't get these eagle lows actually, but we get a sweep lower of these triple liquidity levels. Sweep lower, and then right after we skyrocket. So that's going to be 2020. And then let's look at 2016. Let's see how that looks. 2019. Wish there's a faster way for me to do this. I should have probably linked up my mouse, but it's all good. 2016, almost there. Okay, here we go. November. So you see how crazy this was. Oh my goodness. So first week of November, I don't remember when the election was, but either way, we do have like, it's pulling down, and then shortly after, we start to push up again, right? Even though we have another sweep lower, but we still continue to push up. So it would be very, very interesting to see if we have that kind of same idea. But if not, then totally okay. So that's kind of like a thought that I had. If we would have a continue lower here, maybe sweep into this 902, this 878, 880, or all the way down even to the 818 levels. And then after we sweep a little bit lower, we could push up higher. Maybe we can come for these buy side liquidities eventually that I had been marked out forever ago. Lord knows if we're going to get to all-time highs, but that's like two different kind of ideas I have in my mind, or I'm sorry, my first idea that I have in my mind if we sweep lower before we push higher. Obviously, we are breaking this, we are breaking this higher time frame trend line that we've been building. And now that we finally broke it, still very curious if we could break this. Now, if we do end up, for some reason bouncing here and we get the buy side liquidity first and then we sweep lower, cool. If we don't even get buy side liquidity, I would still be very interested to see us at least retest some of this, what are these called? Candle bodies right here, because we have so many imbalances, right? Especially on the higher time frame. So we have one imbalance here. This is the 4 hour also. Actually, that's like the best one. I would feel like we could possibly retest. That'd be kind of cool. That's the 4 hour. Let's see about the 1 hour if we have anything special. It's almost like a basing here. This is more of a basing for me. So yeah, even pushing up to here would be pretty interesting at 600s. But yeah, okay, well, in any case, I'm going to leave ES alone. Let's just focus on NQ today. I'm going to actually draw out some of my lines now, just so that I'm prepared. So we would do this one. I kind of like this liquidity as well, just because we are next to all of the previous point of control areas and the previous value area low areas as well. So that's that would be cool to target those, to hit those. And then for liquidity up here, we obviously have this first internal little small one for buy side. We have this 4 hour that we just talked about, so let me buy side liquidity imbalance. Cool, there we go. So I like to see 50% of it at least, so like 520s, and that's perfect, like 520 area, because with the 520 area, 20s, we love 20s and 80s and 40s, and that's exactly where 20s are. So that'd be very interesting to get this retested. Okay, let's go down to the 1 hour. Do we have any equal highs? We have these are equal highs right here. Looks very close to equal highs, right? So let's just put it on the board. It's just pretty tight here. I would like to see maybe even an AMD setup. If we can get an AMD, that would be pretty interesting. This is on the higher time frame though. I'm gonna go down lower to see some AMDs if there's anything I would play out. Let's also mark this buy side liquidity. Okay, that looks pretty reasonable. If we break lower, test 1, break through, retest, up, break 2, retest, break up to 4 hour imbalance. gotta break and retest. Let me extend this line out more in case we need it. Okay, cool. So this 1 hour is also a nice one. Even this is an imbalance on the 1 hour. Alright, yeah, so tested 50% of it already. I'm not going to use it though. I'm going to delete it. We have some liquidity up here, some right here. Let's go back on the 4. I don't feel like marking those. Let's go to the 30. Oops, wrong way. Yeah, this is a good basing. I feel like this is a pretty good area. Constant areas of rejection here. Go to 15. Any equal highs. No, we do have 2 value area highs here though, with point of control being interested up here. Constant area of rejection that we talked about right here. The liquidity push up. Okay, so this is going to be a very interesting area. Okay. Oh, that's the 5. I don't need to go to the 5. Okay, let's see a little bit more behind or prior to. Oh no, these are all lower. Okay, cool. And these buy side liquidities are all from this. So let me actually. Yeah, these are some odd, like crazy high liquidity points. So we do have top of this peak, top of this one, top of that one makes sense, and obviously all-time highs. Okay. Looks pretty good. 878. Okay, so that's gonna be my NQ. But yeah, let me go back to the 15 though. So we do have, looks like an AMD to me. So I'll show you guys what I'm talking about for an AMD. I had a recent comment from a subscriber on one of my posts asking what I'm talking about for the AMD. And where's that path thing? I have it right here. So I usually like to execute on the lower time frame when I see the AMD kind of play out, but it's going to be something like this. So it'll be like it comes down, oops, get a retest, then it comes down, right, and then boom, and then it consolidates, oops, oh my gosh, okay, and then it consolidates for a bit, right? It'll consolidate. This is not the best image. I'm so sorry, you guys. But it's going to consolidate. Oh, you know what I can do? I can do... Oh, eclipse. This works. It will okay. What in the world is this? Okay, cool. Whatever. This will have to do. So it'll consolidate within a range, right? We have the top and the bottom. So we have the top, we have the bottom. And then eventually... This is AMD when it comes down anyways. It's going to break this sell side liquidity here. Let me move this over. It should like break, for example, how to move this thing. It'll break down here, then it'll come back up, you know, like it'll eventually like retest off this sweep to the downside. Let me actually move this out of the way. Okay. Delete it, start over. Okay, so this is just for explaining the setup that I like to use. So it'll break down, let's just say, just for the sake of the example, it breaks the sell side, it'll be a manipulation lower, and then it'll retest back up. It'll target like pretty much equal liquidity levels like this, and then it'll break higher, and then it'll retest once, break higher. Oh shoot, decline. Sorry, I got a phone call. Okay, let me actually put GND on. How do I do that? Oh God. Oh, here we go. Do not disturb. Okay, cool. So then, right, it'll break higher. So here's the first break up, retest, break the second time. Let's just say that we got the equal highs, then it's going to retest where it broke out initially. It might even break down lower, but we don't want it to. We kind of want it to bounce off of where it was originally, like the first liquidity sweep higher. Retest, and then it should go higher. That's kind of like going for this, essentially, exit that, this next move up. So that's kind of like what I look at, to be frank with you guys, the AMD, this is what I'm talking about. Someone in my Discord had said that it's a play off of the wick off, W-I-C-K off, wick off like concept or something. And for me, I found like an image, I think it was on Twitter, where when I just saw what it was, like this is what I look at like a lot in like prior to seeing the image on Twitter. And I was like, but this just easily explains it out for me. But it's the ICT AMD, so hopefully that helps. But yeah, I really like this setup. Like once I see this, especially an overnight play where it does that, consolidates, the evening, and then it consolidates overnight, and then we have the sweep in the morning, and then we break higher like this. Such a beautiful thing. And then if you inverse it, like you flip it, you can do it from when we're at the bottom, or when we're going up instead of going down, and then the same idea where we break lower instead of breaking higher. So yeah, would really like to see something like this if possible, but that's pretty much one of my bread and butters. And then my other bread and butter that I really like to trade is simply basing candles. I actually had the real pleasure of meeting, let me delete everything, meeting one of my subscribers in real life. And I'm so sorry, Jeff, if you're watching this live stream, I didn't get back to you on your email. But we ran into each other at a restaurant. I went to sit down with my family. Long story short, he came up to me and we're having a whole conversation, and it was just the sweetest thing. And I've never met anyone in real life when it comes to our community. So it was so sweet, and it just really hit me that, like, I know that I create this content and I know that I post my trading out here to document and then to meet other traders and everything like that. So I know that there's people out there, but until it's kind of like trading, when you make money on an account, it's all digital, right? Until you withdraw the money from your account and you're like, okay, this is real. It's the same analogy, actually, for me, like in a way where like we have people behind the screens, like you guys are watching me right now behind your phone, behind your iPad, behind your laptop, your TV, whatever, and you're a real person, right? But obviously, like, this is all digital, right? You see me, I'm just something on your screen. So when I was able to meet this man in real life, just by accident, I was like, this is the craziest thing. And I felt so warm in my heart. And I felt like I was a fan of him, because I was like, dude, like, I've never met anyone in real life before. So anyways, I don't know why I got into that. I'm getting so derailed. If you can't tell, I just get derailed. But right. So I was explaining to him like one of my bread and butter things is also basing candles. So for example, if you can find something that is kind of available here on the 15-minute, I really like the 15-minute basing candles as an option. The 5-minute works well as well. Oh, here, this is perfect. So right here we have a break lower, and if you consider trend line, the orange trend line that I have on my screen, we have a bounce off of it, but essentially we are retesting. So we have a drop right here, drop, base, and then drop. Right, we obviously have another basing and drop here too, so we could use this as 2 levels, right? So, but basically, if you have conviction or a reason to believe that there's an area for support, maybe it's a sweep, maybe you have a demand zone, maybe it's a pivot, maybe it's a trend line, but whatever it is, if you have the level of support, just looking for a push back into the first basing. This would be my first target, right? And then obviously we have the second target, which is this other basing. Especially when it's like lined up like this. Oh, I love these types because it just gives you more levels to be able to target. That makes sense. Based off like my training, what I've done, like this just makes sense to me. So not necessarily, not like if I miss this whole move down, totally cool. But if I start to see that there's bulls trying to step in, then I'll just, take the momentum, swing back up to these basing levels. I don't know what happened to my chart. Why did it update? But anyways, that is my 2 bread and butters. that I wanted to cover because I had a question from someone about A&D, and I wanted to talk about Jeff that I met in person, about sharing my basing candle thing that I do. Very, very simple stuff, honestly. And yeah, and then also my 2 game plans about the US election going into tomorrow. So would like to see a sweep lower and then push into equal highs and then buy side, and then obviously 4-hour imbalance up here. If that doesn't happen, then the opposite effect. Would like to see sweep higher before we sweep lower, since we've already broken this higher time frame trend line. So that is what I wanted to cover for today as far as my charting and my 2 trade setups that I really, really like. Now let me go back to the chat, because I know a lot of people are chatting, but I was not reading it because I wanted to get this stuff done. So, okay, cool. So I'll probably stream for about 5 more minutes. So if you guys have any other questions, drop them in the chat, and then I'll cover everything, and then we'll probably call it a night. So here we go. Ethiopia, let's go. What's up, NSV Gen Z Trader? Thanks for coming into the stream. Oh, Stock Tiger, you just finished your live streaming and holding a few positions. Nice. I'll have to go take a look at your stream after this. Buzz Design, I traded Monday, had the correct read on where the market was going, but got slapped by the chart. I feel that. This week is kind of volatile, so definitely trying to be mindful, and I really want to focus on if and then statements. So if this happens, then I'll react like this. That's kind of what I want to do with this week. So I feel that. Down -2 hour for the week already. Yeah, that's all right. At least it's only Tuesday, or tomorrow will be Tuesday, so you got some time. Tajwa from Kenya. Hey, awesome. We really are international. I'm telling you, Mr. Pitbull has nothing on me. In Canada, it's 10:55. Oh, nice. You guys are only like an hour ahead, it sounds like. Yeah, London session Tuesday makes sense, especially because we'll have a pretty solidified idea of who the president will be by the nighttime anyways. Cyrus, yeah, we just went over 2 trade setups. It all depends also. Like, some traders have really set strict rules when it comes to their R&R, or when it comes to how many trades you can place per day, all that stuff. And I do believe that these rules that we customize and personalize for ourselves creates our edge. Had I stuck to a very strict regimen like some people do, where it's like 2 trades only, and I think it's like set risk of like 1 to 4s only, or like 1 to 3s only, then yeah, you'd be much more specific about the kind of trades you want to take, because you only have 2 you can take, and you only want the trades that can give you 1 to 4s, right? You want super duper high quality ones, and I feel like that can probably reduce a lot more stress if you're more particular about what you're looking for. But for me, I don't do that. So yeah, I think if you can find a trading set of rules and an edge that really fits and molds to your personality and what you are capable of doing, or even molding yourself into being, then go for it. Like, there's a bunch of different traders out there, there's a bunch of different strategies, but it all comes down to the person itself behind the screen. Do you have the control to be able to know when to stop, when to enter, and all that? So yeah. Let's see. I lost where I was. 18-year-old Gen Z trader building like 7 accounts. Hey, that's amazing. Love that for you, that you are only 18 and getting into the trading space. I wish I was younger when I got started, to be honest, because I feel like the more time you can spend in the charts and gain experience, the better you can be in time. So, had I started a long time ago, I feel like I would be so much better now. But just enjoying the process. So you're only 18, still young, like, enjoy your life too. Definitely, obviously, keep learning and keep pursuing the craft and focusing on progress. But because you're so young, like, don't forget to have some fun. Like, you're still, the way I see it too is when someone turns 18, we're considered adults, right? Some kids, when they turn 18, they move out of their parents' house. Some move out of state for college. Some people go international. Some people stay at home with their parents. There's no right or wrong answer to what you want to do when you're 18. But we're considered adults. So at that point, in my opinion, once you turn 18 as your first time of being an adult, I consider that like being a baby as an adult, because you learn so much when you start to become 18, 19, get into your 20s. Like, you learn so much wisdom and you experience so much different stuff. So it just makes you have a lot of fun while you're learning the charts too, okay? Wow, why do I feel like I'm trying to be like a life mentor? Okay, 2 more minutes. Let's get through this. Micro's 30-point stop loss. Hey, that's solid. That is solid. Wide stop loss on MNQ, MES, can't go wrong. I know, right? Different time zones on such a big country. And we just had the time spring forward. I think that's what it was. No, fall backward. So when I get up in the morning, it's like so bright. And then when it's dinner time, it's already so dark and it feels so weird. Socks on and slides. Come on, now take care of yourself, Jess. Forget your ego. Oh my god. Trust me, I'm trying to get better. I have my Crocs on, no socks though, but I do have a sweater and sweats, and I do have to take my meds after I get off stream. Sell side would get taken out for the possible rate cut for this Thursday. I would like that, and then move up, or might drop and then go back up for the rate cut. Yeah, you see, there's like so many different game plays that you can prepare for. So I'm glad that someone else is also feeling the same way and like seeing the same thing I'm seeing. Can you check how many points in law and how? I'm not sure what the question is there. Good night, Stock Tiger. Thanks for coming in. All right, we got some advice from Winner Circle Trader. Mark your levels the night before and early in the morning on the 4-hour time frame and the 30-minute, and then be ready to go at 8 to 12 or 9:30 to 11:30 on the 5,000 and 1,000 tick chart on the MES. Yeah, exactly. I think when you become a creature of habit with your trading and you know that it works for you, just do it, honestly. I usually chart in the morning. I don't really do it at night, but just because I wanted to hang out for a little bit on this fine Monday night before U.S. election. I thought it'd be fun. Okay, let's see, where are we? Vince, I'm the inner circus trader. I'm freaking dead. Fanute, do you still remember your first payout? Yes, I do. My first payout I ever got was from Apex. It was a 50K account, I believe, for $2,000. And it was such a rush. When I first had like the initial profits and the ability to submit a payout request in the window, it's like, dude, no way am I actually making money from trading. I mean, actually, no, I was not making money from trading. That was my first payout of the whole year, and I think it was like August or July or something. And I was still, very much red on the accounts, or I'm sorry, on prop firm accounts. So, like, it was still a very exciting thing because making money from trading is the goal, is to be able to make some nice income from it. And that's what happened. So it definitely was a very heartwarming experience, because you start to doubt yourself after so long in trading when you don't make anything. And when you finally make some real money, you pull it out, it's in your bank account, and you're like, dude, like, no freaking way. And it kind of keeps you going. So very, very exciting time. And I kind of wish that I framed that first payout. I might go back into my account and print it just to frame it. Might do that. AMD chip company. Yeah, the electronic chip company. Jess, do you want me to gift you a good mic? Yeah, I didn't plug in my mic. I purchased one like last year and I literally don't even use it. So sorry about that, guys. As you can tell, my live streams aren't really set up that well. It's kind of just in the spring of the moment, but it will get better. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Oh wow, that's a long one. But yeah, AMD. Who is that you met? I didn't hear. Jeff. Yeah, Jeff. Jeff. Really cool guy. So cool. So random. Shout out to Jeff. Full port with evals. I was considering to get some evals with Apex. If I'm being honest with you guys, it's been like a good month or so. I don't know how long. I want to say at least a month. I'm not trading with Apex. And it's mainly because I'm focused on the accounts that you've seen me trade with, if you've been following along with my journey recently. And just being able to like withdraw with like every 5 days, and then trade day is a daily payout thing. It's take profit trade is a daily payout thing too. It's just, it's so nice, you know, not having to have certain windows to adhere to and having trailing drawdown, except for take profit trader. But obviously daily payouts kind of override the whole trailing drawdown once you get over that. But it's just been a while since I traded with Apex, so I'm considering to get some evals with them, especially with the really good 80% off sale, the $85 lifetime PA fee. Like, you can't go wrong, especially on a 150K account. So we'll see if I do it. Guitar guy, hey, that is good risk management to be able to lock yourself out though, and you still have tomorrow to trade. So even though it was your first combine, welcome to Top Step's community, trading with Top Step. Very, very exciting for you, but very happy for you that you're able to control your risk, because it's very easy to kind of just blow through accounts, especially when you upfront only like $149, or no, I'm sorry, for the 50K it's like $49. So it's easy to upfront the money, but then it could be hard to like know when to stop resetting or buying accounts. So good on you. Edward, I'm not on Discord on a daily basis while I'm trading. Usually when I'm trading, I'm just myself and my charts. That's about it. Sometimes I'll pop on YouTube, like I'll look on Top Step TV, or like if another influencer is trading, I'll just be like, oh, like let's see if my bias is aligned to theirs. If like they say it at the time I pull into their stream, but if I already missed it, then I usually just clock off everything. Majority of the time, I'm just by myself with the charts, because I don't want to have too much external noise pushing me and pulling me in different directions and pulling me from my original bias or my trading plan. Because I've noticed in the past when I was like very new into the whole trading space and like wanting to follow people and watch people and learn from them, it used to kind of, I don't want to say confuse me, but I felt very, very biased that this person or this group would always be right. And then it would skew the way that I trade, and it kind of messed me up a little bit. So I learned to kind of like block out all the extra noise and just focus on my own screen and just, you know, whatever I see and trade based off of that. So no, I'm not really on Discord, and I'm not really on any other stream as well. But afterward, I'll pop in, you know, when like I'm fully done with trading and I've already locked myself out, especially on the XFAs. Then maybe I'll pop into my Discord, and then I'll type something in there, trying to be a little more active. The end of the month, I'll definitely be like very, very active. But yeah, hopefully I answered your question. Simon, great question. What's a great way for you to stay patient and refrain yourself from trading impulsively? Honestly, the lockout feature from XFA, or I'm sorry, from TopStep, the best thing ever created. I love the manual lockout. I've been doing that every single day since I've had my XFAs. The ones before that I lost and the ones I have now, the best thing created. So if you have a way to be able to like lock yourself out of your accounts or your laptop or something, I would recommend it. I'm a Mac user, so I don't have Rhythmic. Some people use Rhythmic or RTrader Pro, and they have personal management like rules that you can do where it locks you out after a certain time or whatever the case may be. Because I'm on Tradeovate or TopStepX, it's a little hard. So the moment I usually lock out my TopStepX accounts is when I lock out the rest of the things. So, oh shoot, 1 second, guys. One second, someone's here. Okay, so about to wrap up the stream. I know I said that like 6 minutes. I said that like 15 minutes ago. Let me finish up the rest of the questions. Let's see. And also trading impulsively, I'm still human. Like I make that. I've done that so many times before, and I still do that sometimes. So if you have to, I would just say, go on to your like evals and trade off the evals instead. Let's see. I am in my 20s, stoic male. Exact same account size too. Hell yeah, let's go. Trying to be very careful this week for elections and FOMC. Market's gonna be crazy, that's for sure. I'm with you on that. APIS sucks with their consistency rule. Let you make as much as you want. Facts. I do love how some firms allow you to make as much as you want, and then, they have certain payout rules, but it is definitely like a win to even be able to have payouts, or I'm sorry, prop firms to be able to take payouts from. All right, let's see. Hi, Jess. For your MFFU experts, did you trade them every day? I heard that you were only required to trade once a week. Einon, you are totally correct that with MFFU, I believe it's a 7-day inactivity rule for the expert accounts. So I did trade my expert accounts at the time every day. Now I don't have any. I only have milestones. The MFFU ones that I did have, I did lose them already. I took payouts and then I lost them, but it's all good. And I did trade pretty much every day. I usually trade every day, unless I have like a reason not to. Like I'm super duper sick, super duper tired, like extreme cases, I'm traveling and I can't trade, then I won't trade. But usually I trade every day. So, let's see. Hey, Big Egg Roll, that's Jeff right there. What's up, dude? Good to see you in the chat for a little bit. I'm actually about to head off. But I don't know if you saw earlier in the stream, but I was just basically saying like a little recap of our story of meeting at the restaurant, like randomly, and like talking about trading. And then I went over one of my setups, the whole drop-based drop, rally-based rally thing that I was explaining to you at the restaurant, and breaking it down on the chart a little bit. So yeah, I was just telling the chat about that. So it's really good to see you. And I also did say I'm going to email you back. That's my bad, dude. I will email back. I've just been a little slammed with everything, and I haven't really been focused too much on responses across the board, so I apologize, but I will get back to you for sure. I am going to be trading tomorrow, Gabenator. All right. Let's see, and Chris, do you have a full-time job? I do work corporate America. I did recently switch to part-time with my corporate job, and I am considering to, actually I most likely am going to, I've set myself up pretty much on a game plan for this year, and especially with my finances, so I'm going to see what my next steps can be from that, but I have definitely created a very nice foundation for me, God forbid anything were to happen, in case I don't stay in corporate America anymore. And then Gabenator, found your channel recently, love the content, doing Apex 50K challenge. Okay. Yeah, you got this, Gabe. Best of luck to your new Apex 50K account that you got, especially during the sale. Can't go wrong with the sale and the $85 lifetime PA fee. Definitely best of luck, though. You got this. Be mindful that it is election week and FOMC week, so it's going to be very, very crazy. Lots of volatility. Just make sure that you have your wrist tight, especially because I believe with Apex, the trailing drawdown, it continues all the way through your eval. So just be very mindful of that. But yeah, best of luck. You got this, dude. I'm very excited for you. I hope and I do pray that you're going to be able to pass this one. Coach, chill out. Jessica's getting married. Hey, Coach, you need to chill out on that comment. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, dude. Married to the charts. That's my one and only true love. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and call it here, guys. Thank you to everyone that has popped in today. Definitely was a really fun one to be able to kind of chit-chat a little bit, go over 2 of my favorite trading setups. I'll make sure that this live stream is public on my channel, so in case you guys want to go back to it for whatever reason, and for future viewers as well. I had a really good time to talk to a lot of my fellow Asian people, you know what I mean? Toxic minorities. We agreed that that was our name. So anyways, thank you guys again for popping in. And I hope you guys all have a nice, wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. And again, guys, be very careful this week with your trading because of everything that's happening. Okay, well, bye. See you later. Good night, guys. Good night. Catch you guys hopefully soon. Oh, and then the giveaway thing, I will hopefully get some more feedback on that soon. But I'll keep you guys posted. Okay, bye.